No more dividends. Who is the BOJ? What is a financial holding company? What is a deposit-taking institution? And finally, but most important, I'm down to my last roll. What's up guys, my name is Demetress Fairman, and if you want to know the answers to these questions and more, then stick around. So, the BOJ, which stands for Bank of Jamaica, announced on Friday, April 24, 2020, that financial holding companies and deposit-taking institutions will suspend their dividend payouts for the rest of the financial year. So, talking about dividends, let's jump to some definitions. What are actually dividends? And as stated by Investopedia, dividends is a distribution of a portion of a company's earnings decided by the board of directors. The purpose of dividends is to return wealth back to the shareholders of a company. And there are usually two types of dividends, which are stocks or cash. So now that you know what dividends are, I'm guessing you're starting to feel and know why this news is so important. So the letter from the BOJ stated that institutions such as FHCs and DTIs will not pay out dividends. But yo, Dime, what them they mean? I'm glad you asked, imaginary subscriber. So basically, FHCs stands for Financial Holding Companies, and these are bank holding companies that can offer non-banking financial services, such as insurance underwriting and investment advisory services. Likewise, DTIs, or deposit-taking institutions, is one of three main legs in the financial system, encompassing those which accept deposits and make loans. These include banks, trust companies, credit unions, and mortgage loan companies. So basically, these are the companies that won't be offering dividends. So if you have companies like Scotia, NCB, Victoria Mutual, Access Financial, and JMB, then no dividends. But for those who have other companies, for instance in the manufacturing, tourism, or whichever other sector, then there's a good chance that you'll be getting dividends. But then this question comes to mind. Why would the BOJ request this from those institutions? Well, it's simple and quite understandable. In order to maintain liquidity in the banks, which basically means to have a steady cash flow, the BOJ, stands for Bank of Jamaica, decided to suspend dividends so that if the pandemic worsens and causes a need for cash flow, then that means we would have it for ready use. So what if I read off my phone? It's 2020, we can do whatever we want to do. Let me break this down and give you an example. You go to the ATM, right? In the line, you go to the ATM, try to withdraw 50,000. ATM says, cannot disperse this amount. So you say, alright, maybe ATM don't have enough money. 40,000, same message. 30,000, same message. 20,000, same message. 10,000, same message. And you'll be like, alright, this is weird. 5,000, same message. $1,000, same message. So you say something wrong with the ATM. Let me just go into the bank and go to the teller, because basically them can give you any amount. You go up to the teller and the teller tells you that, yo, we don't have any money in the bank to give you.
We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone.
What's all gone?
The money in your account, it didn't do too well, it's gone.
Your money that you put in, you know the bank use your money, right? So you put your money in the bank and then you go to withdraw from the teller inside the bank and she tell you, yo, we don't have any money to give you. That is what the BOJ is trying to prevent. Even though they stated that this isn't the case as of now because they have adequate adequate. So they have enough cash. So there's no reason to have panic or mayhem but this is a preventative, you call it, no, preventative maintenance, a preventative measure to see that if it does get to that case, at least we will have liquidity in the banks. So how will this affect us as investors? Basically, no dividends, meaning that you won't have that extra income that some people strive from, because you have a lot of dividend investors who have a lot of money who live off this income. It's like rent. You build a big house for like 17 million and then you get like what, 50 grand a month for rent. The same thing with dividends. A lot of people invest a lot into some stocks and then they live off that dividends to cover their bills or monthly expenses. Being that the stock market has crashed and prices are going down and stocks are losing value, some people live off their dividends, because usually what happens, even though the market goes down, you still get a payout of dividends. So now with the market down and stocks losing value, resale price isn't much, you're losing on your dollar, and you have no dividends coming in from certain stocks, then that's kind of bad news, especially for somebody like me who was trying to grow his portfolio by reinvesting his dividends, trying to be a dividend investor. So what can we do now, or what should we do now? Well, continue to invest and analyze the market. Don't jump into every stock. Weigh your risk, analyze that I could gain this, but I can lose this, and the chance of you losing this is greater. So make sure to do proper risk management. Research your stocks properly before investing. Know what you're getting yourself into, and don't over invest. Invest a certain amount of money and still have cash on hand, because cash in hand in the down market times is king. Cash is king. So having cash to jump on a deal and actually know what is a deal is what you should invest in now. Broaden your knowledge, learn more skills, and actually learn more about the market in this time. Don't be too jumpy to invest. Learn. Educate yourself.
Knowledge.
And the last question in this dividend video is, how long will this suspension actually last? Well, in the letter, they said that it will last a financial year. And a financial year is from April to March. So that means this suspension will last until March 2021, which is next year. But who's to say that they won't lift their suspension? Maybe we'll find a cure for this virus and the market bounces back. Anything can happen, any ball can play. It's COVID reality, COVID world right now. So what I advise you guys to do, learn, be safe, and always remember, don't go anywhere without your mask. Happy quarantine.